It's Cigar Humidor time. Alright, today I'm going to do a little bit of a Cigar Humidor tour. My collection thus far. Been collecting and smoking cigars for roughly since around December 2015. And I figured I'd do a video on my collection thus far. So let's get right into it. So when I first started collecting and smoking cigars, I had this desktop humidor, which I believe is a 50 or 75 count, not sure. But as you can see, it's not really filled to the top. And some of the sticks that are inside of it are kind of the lesser grade. But anywho, I started with this bad boy, and it just started to escalate from there to the point where I needed to upgrade. So I went ahead and I upgraded to this 100 count. And you know, the top rack is kind of somewhat empty, as you can see right now, but the bottom is filled. But same thing happened when I started collecting more and more cigars. I started to run out of room. So then I upgraded to this locker, and this is a big boy. It houses my loose sticks up at the top. It's got the top rack filled with cigars. It's got another rack right underneath of it that's filled with cigars, and then after that it's all boxes, and the other half are also loose cigars, or cigars that I purchased in 5 packs. But I'll show you what it looks like inside shortly. Let's see, which one should we start with first? Let's start with the middle one. Alright, sorry if you hear some noise in the background. It's my cat running around. But like I said, this is my 100 count box. This was my second purchase. And right now the top is a little empty. But I've just been kind of grabbing cigars out of here. This is kind of like my go-to cigar box that I have my kind of dailies that I smoke. I'll just go in there and grab whatever. So anywho, top, I'm not going to go through every single cigar, but just to kind of give you a glimpse of the collection that I have. So we have Hoyo de Nicaragua, Chilean Moose, Rocky Patel, 601 Steel, some Tatuajes, Viroku, Fuesto. I'm probably mispronouncing a lot of these, so forgive me for that. HCS Tatuaje. And then over here I have a barrel-aged bourbon Ted's cigar, and then a Hoyo Red. So that's the top shelf. Moving down to the bottom. On this side, majority of these cigars are still in the plastic, while on this side I have cigars that are obviously without the plastic. So try to keep them separated so that any flavors or whatever it may be just aren't marrying with each other. But anyhow, I don't know if that makes a difference or not, or if there's any truth to that. But anyhow, onward. Some KFC, Kyoto's, H. Upman, Rocky Patel. Don't know what this is. Casa de Garcia, cheap stick. Aztec, Sun-Grown H. Upman. Some Drew Estates, Undercrowns, Opus X, a La Mission La Attire. I'm going to stop trying to pronounce these, but La Mission. If you know the band, you know the cigar. Blind Man's Bluff by Robert Caldwell. I had a 5-pack of those. Obviously, I only smoked one. They're really good. 4 left. La Imperosa. Good stick. This size is actually pretty good too. I I had a slightly larger size of these cigars, and the damn thing started splitting on me. But for some reason, these smaller ones seem to hold up pretty well. So I do like that stick. A Laranja, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, by Espinosa. Good stick. I had a 5-pack of those. I think I might have the rest in the larger cigar humidor. And then this little Room 101. I think this is called a number 3. Yeah, 3. Definite powerhouse. This little guy kicks off some pepper. Really good. So that's this side. On the left side, hopefully you guys can see. Let me just make sure that the camera is still, yep, camera's in focus, and you can see the left side. So as I mentioned, on this side I have all my cigars that are not in the plastic. Cheap Vegas, Cinco Vegas, Liga number 9, some Robert Caldwell's, I always forget their names. Eastern Standard, there you go. Long live the King is dead. King is dead. I have a couple different sizes for Long Live the King. This big 60 gauge and this smaller one. And then I have 2 Cubans. One of them I do believe is authentic. Just kind of get that up close. It does have the raised lettering, and all of the print seems to be aligned evenly, so I do believe that this is an authentic Cuban. I actually received this from my mom's friend that went down to Cuba, brought back the box, and was nice enough to give me one of these. And I also have another supposed Cuban. This isn't obviously an unbanded one, but came from the same gentleman, and he did say that he picked it up while he was there. So they've just been kind of sitting in here aging. I'm gonna wait for a special occasion to light them up. I have a Room 101 San Andreas, a Warped Futuro. Oh, here's some more of those smaller La Imperosas. I do like, this is probably my favorite size in this cigar. I have 3 of those. And then the gold one, let's see what this is. Illusione. Once again, I'm probably butchering the crap out of these pronunciations of these cigar names, but that's what this one is. So you'll have to forgive me on the pronunciations. But so yeah, so this is the 100 count on this side. No plastic plastic wrap cigars. These are just kind of, in the nude. And I've been aging these for a little while now. Some of these since around January of 2016, they've been in here. So I want to maybe give it a year for some of these to settle in and get some flavor. I won't have anything to compare it to because a lot of these are, except for a few, are first time smokes for me, cherries. So I won't have anything to compare it to, but I figured I'm in no rush. I have other sticks that I can smoke in the meantime. So I just want to have these age a little bit. So that's the 100 count. Moving on to the next. All right, so now we're moving on to the baby humidor. This was, like I said, my first humidor that I got, and I quickly outgrew it, but as you can kind of see now, it's not filled because a lot of the cigars are either in the 100 count or in this foot locker that the camera is sitting on. But anywho, these cigars are kind of like the low and low grade cigars. There's some good ones in here, but primarily anything on this side are just my shit sticks. I have this fake Cohiba that I got on my honeymoon while down Dominican Republic, and they actually just left it on the bed with some mints when we got to the hotel. So I brought it back with me as kind of more of a memory. Probably never gonna smoke this, nor do I want to, but it was just, a fun fun little keepsake to take from the DR. Anyhow, Gurkha, another kind of stick I don't really care about. Macanudo. Some of these cigars I got in a sampler 10-pack of the mild to medium, and I just never, I either smoked one, and if there was two in the sampler, I just put them off to the side, and we'll probably either never smoke them or just kind of use them as cigars to do yard work with. Maybe, I don't know. I got other cigars in here that are definitely worth being called a yard gar, but if I'm running low on cigars and I don't know, I want to have just something to smoke on, maybe I'll smoke these. I don't know why I even keep holding on to these. These are, I don't know, I don't even know if I'm ever going to smoke them, but anyhow. Here's a good one. This is a Perdomo Reserve Champagne 10th anniversary. I also got this one around December, so it's been sitting in here for a little while. December 2015. And then a Man of War Virtue, and some more Fighting Cock cigars. These are nasty sticks. I mean, it's like smoking grass. Like literally, if I went outside, cut the lawn, and just rolled it up, this is what it tastes like. I don't even know why I'm still holding on to them. I don't know. A random Kyoto, Cane Daytona, Romeo Juliet, another Romeo and Juliet, Avo. These are really good, creamy, smooth cigars, milds. I like them. My brother-in-law gave me this one. More Romeo and Juliet, and another Romeo and Juliet. This is the star-crossed version of it. I haven't had one of these. So this is obviously, as you can see, the RJ collection. I used to have a lot more Romeo. When I got into smoking cigars, Romeo and Juliet were like my first favorite cigars. And then I started smoking more complex cigars, more fuller bodied cigars, and I just kind of put these on the back burner and just left them at the bottom. So they might be cigars that I give to friends that don't really smoke cigars and don't want to be turned away from smoking cigars. They're kind of new to the hobby and they want to start off with something mild, so that's probably a cigar that I would give them just to kind of enjoy. But this is my first humidor and the contents of it. So now we're going to move on to the next humidor, which is the big boy. Alright, so I had to slightly switch positions because my camera was set up actually on the top of this Foot Locker humidor and videotaping the smaller ones, but now I don't have anything that's taller to set the camera up. So right now I'm going to do a little handhold action. So sorry for the shakiness, but this is the large humidor, as you can kind of see. Stepping down, stepping up, and this is going to be the contents of it. I'm probably going to do the first and second shelf handhelds. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm actually not even going to pick up every cigar. I'm just going to kind of do a quick camera pan so you guys can see what I have in this Foot Locker. So starting from the left, I have some Romocraft, Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon, Ramon Bueso, the newer Ramon Bueso, which is right here. I haven't tried it yet. Heard some decent things about it. They're good. The entire lineup is a good kind of middle of the road cigar, not overly priced, decent stick. I mean, they're pretty decent. I like them. Then moving over to the right, some Camacho, Ecuador, and then the American Barrel Aged. Over here, these are unbanded. They are actually the Holtz Sun-Grown series cigars. Another decent cigar. Actually, their lounge cigar shop is located about 10 minutes away from me. So whenever I go there, I like to pick them up. They're definitely a good yard gar. I smoke them when I am cutting the grass. They're pretty decent flavor. They're like $2.50 a stick, so you can't go wrong with it. You can't expect much out of those, but for the price, they're pretty darn good. Moving on, some AJ Enclave, however the hell you want to say it. New World. It's a damn good spicy stick.
like that. I think that was like my second favorite stick when I started smoking cigars. I was a little obsessed with those guys, and I just kind of started buying 5-packs and whatnot, and they're definitely a good stick. Another budget-conscious stick, not overly priced, good stick. Cro-Magnon right here, and then what the hell? La Gloria Cubana Series Black, Black Pearl, and some more unbanded Holtz family-grown cigar. Holtz sun-grown series cigars. And then right here I have a little Papas Fritas from Drew Estate. And then these two smaller cigars over here, I actually also got when I was in the Dominican Republic on my honeymoon. We went to this tobacco museum, and they were hand rolling cigars there as just like a little tourist setup spot attraction thing. The guy rolled me one, I gave him a tip, and then he rolled me another one, and I haven't smoked them yet. I just kept them. I brought them back with me. I'm just gonna hold on to them for a little bit, give them some age, and who knows, maybe a couple months from now I'll light one up. But they're small little sticks. You can kind of see size of my hand, but they smell really, really good. I don't know what kind of tobacco was used to roll them, but they smell good. And just in case you're wondering what I use for humidification, in my other humidors you saw that I use Boveda packs, and then for my bigger humidors I have heartfelt beads, which are at the bottom of this humidor. I have a pound of them, and then I also have these little trays that are filled with the infamous kitty litter. Think what you want about using kitty litter in cigar boxes. I don't care. They do a decent job of keeping humidification. I don't care that they are the crystal beads for kitty litter. They don't affect taste, flavor, or anything else like that with my cigars and my storage of them. So for the price point, like I said, you can't go wrong with it. You could get like a whole 8-pound bag for, I don't know, like $15 or something like that. So, and then the heartfelt beads, it's like $40 or $50 for a pound of them. And, you know, they do a great job too, but you just gotta, you know, look at the cost of each one of those. And because this is a rather large humidor, you know, I wanted to kind of split it up, do half and half. I also have some Boveda packs in here as well. Right now they're actually recharging because they kind of ran dry, so I just had them in a Tupperware with some water, distilled water, soaking them up. So once they're filled up, I'll throw them back in here. And my humidity, well, right now because it's open, but my humidity is dead on at 69 to 70, so can't go wrong with it. So I'm gonna try and see if I can do this one. Actually, you know, I'm gonna put the camera down and I'm gonna take the top rack off, or top tray off. Okay, so top tray off. Now we are into the second level of this humidor. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every single one. So you have New World, La Jugada, a counterfeit Cuban, 1958. And then this one right here, as of right now, this is probably my most expensive cigar that I bought, single-wise. I probably got gypped. I don't know. I've never heard of this brand, but I picked it up when I was also in the Dominican Republic. It's called Aiden Ye Eva Robusto XO. So came in this tube and it was about $28, $29, something like that. And the smell off of this cigar is just like so sweet and different. I haven't smelled a cigar like that in a while. So I just wanted to treat myself to something nice while I was down there. So I figured, why not? I'll spend like close to $30 on a cigar stick, bring it back home with me, and I'm actually planning on smoking that on my 1-year wedding anniversary. So it'll be a nice little throwback. So moving on, anywho, Espinosa, Laranja, some more Cinco 5s, and then an Aston VSG Eclipse. Over to this side, Jericho Hill, Herrera Steli, a couple different sizes, Nica Rustica, Maduro State, and then over there, I'm going to just zoom in, I have a Moat, Papas Fritas, and an Alec Bradley Sungrown. So that is my second tray for this humidor. I'm gonna put the camera down again, and then we're gonna dive a little bit deeper to the good stuff. All right, so now we are into the interior of the humidor. I might need to put the camera down to go through all this because this is going to be kind of difficult with one hand, but as you can kind of see a top view, I have majority of my boxes to the left. You can kind of see that heartfelt bead sack. I got one right there, half a pound, and then the other half pound is buried down there. And then to the right of this humidor are all of my loose sticks. So let's see, how are we going to do this? All right. Okay. Let's, and this is going to be difficult. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. All right, so I have a box of Cro-Magnum by Romacraft. I got this for my birthday this year, so wife did really, really well on that. Heartfelt bead. Then over here I have a Whiskey Rebellion by Romacraft. It was a collaboration between Romacraft and the Cigar Dojo. So this is the 2016 edition Whiskey Rebellion. They sold out really quick. Was fortunate to get on the early list and pick up a box. So I'm actually going to hold off on these for a little while and wait for them to age before I smoke them. Moving on, Witch Doctor. Haven't even opened up this box yet. Just going to let it sit there. I figured there's other cigars that I can smoke in the meantime. Moving on, Chillin' Moose Posse. I think paid like 38 or 39 bucks for this box. Decent stick for the price point. Not a bad Monday cigar to smoke. Hence the kind of cult following, the Chillin' Moose Posse. Smoke them on Mondays. They're a good stick. So that was the first edition of Chillin' Moose that was released. And then they also recently released the Chillin' Moose 2, which are slightly heavier, fuller, good stick, definitely worth the price for, and what you pay for. Not a bad stick. Once again, I think that was probably definitely under the $40 mark for a box of those, so you can't go wrong with that. So moving further into the interior, some Hoyle Reds and Black Pearl. This is the Morado edition. This is also a pretty budget conscious cigar. I haven't even smoked any out of here. Just opened them up for some ventilation. I haven't smoked any cigars out of this yet, but I have smoked them in general. And once again, this is just another great cigar that is budget friendly. I think for that box, I got it off a cigar bid for about 40 bucks one night. So can't go wrong for 40 bucks for a box of cigars. So they're definitely really, really worth it. And I think they got like a 93 rating from Cigar Aficionado or something like that. I don't know. I don't really care too much about cigar ratings. It's pretty much basically what I like and what tastes good to me. And if it does have a good rating, I guess that's a plus. But for me, and just in general, since I've been developing my palate, I've been able to pick up nuances and different flavors and aromas and whatnot, and they're definitely out there. And even with the cheap sticks or medium to range sticks, they have some really good tasting cigars out there. So you don't have to break the bank, with this hobby. I mean, I say that now. I've spent a lot of money on these cigars, but if you're just getting into it, there's nothing wrong with smoking the cheap to medium cigars, and then as you go on, your palate progresses, graduate to something more fuller, like the Roma Crafts. They're pretty darn good. All right, moving on. So that's it for the boxes. As you can see, empty. Now I have a crap ton of loose cigars, and I don't even know if I want to go through every single one of these, but all right. So my wife was nice enough to be my assistant and be my tripod for this next round of cigars. I'm not going to go through every single one of these cigars. I'm just going to kind of grab them at a handful and show you what I got. So KFC, Laranja, put it off to the side. Roma Craft, Neanderthal. I believe I have 5 of these somewhere. There's a 4th one, and then the 5th one is in one of my smaller humidors. And then I got some smaller Roma Craft Cro-Magnums. And then I have KFC. Lots of loose ones. So Hoyo Red, Laranja, Counterfeit 1958 Cuban, Diving Deeper, Enclave, some Alec Bradley Sungrown, a smaller Drew Estate Undercrown. That's what I'm looking for. Bolivar. I think I had a 5-pack of those, smoked 2. Another Enclave by AJ Fernandez. A 601 Napalm. New World. Almost there. Some more Undercrown and a. This is actually a Cro-Magnon Aquatine. They're supposed to be a little bit more fuller than the Cro-Magnums, but I actually prefer the Cro-Magnon better than this one. This is a little too much, and they burn kind of crappy, so I do prefer the Black Label better. All right, going deeper and deeper. Trinidad. Running out of space on the desk here. 601. Fuente. These are also 2 cigars. These are Don Pancho. I picked them up while I was in the Dominican Republic. Another Reyes. This is also, I picked this up while on my honeymoon in the Dominican. Cinco Vegas, 601. Another 601. Lots of La Jugada. This is the Prieto version. I do have a couple of the Habano. This is Old Henry cigars. These are exclusive to Hipsz cigars, so I picked up I think 5 or so. They're a decent stick. They're cheap, not bad. So I got a couple of those. Then I used to have a lot more of these. These are, man, I forget what the hell they're called. Luchadors. Good stick. Very kind of chocolatey and full flavored. I had, I think around 10 of them, and this is what I have left. Not a bad stick. What's this doing here? A Gurkha Warrior. I don't know why this is in the main humidor, but it's in there. Then I have a Partagas. My dad actually had this stick for a very, very long time. This is probably at least 30 years old. And then when I started collecting cigars, he gave me 2 or 3 of his older sticks, and this just so happened to be one of them. So I'm just going to hold on to this for a little while. I mean, it's already been sitting for 30 years. We'll see how longer it can sit. So got that. All right, this is the bottom row. We're almost done. So like I said, I have a lot of the La Jugadas. This is the Habana version. So some more La Jugada. La Jugada. La Jugada. And These were Hoyo de Monterey Excalibur, an old Dunhill, and this is just a tube stick. I believe it's one of those It's a Boy, It's a Girl cigars. Another one of those random cigars that my dad had. This is by Garcia and Vega. So I probably will never smoke this, but I'm just holding on to it just because my dad gave it to me. So anywho, that's it. Those are all my cigars. So now I'm gonna take the camera. Thank you, wife. And just kind of show you the mess that is around the cigar humidor. So it just kind of wraps all the way around. There's my tripod, there's the cat, there's the dog. They decided to join the vlog, showcasing my goodies. So cigar boxes, some more loose cigars. Those are the tray. That's tray number 2. Tray number 1's back there. Small humidor, medium-sized humidor, and yeah, so that's it. That's my humidor tour, and so far what I've collected since December of 2015. I started off with a couple cigars, and you know, each night, each weekend, I would just buy more and more, and started to run out of room. Needed to upgrade the humidors. Did that, and you know, just started collecting them. It's an expensive hobby, but if you get into it, you can start off by purchasing, you know, medium expensive cigars like these ones right down here. I mean, apart from my Romacraft ones, my babies. But yeah, you can start anywhere really, and it's just fun. It's fun to read about them, to bid on them, to show them off in the forums. It's a great hobby. It's expensive, but you make it how expensive it can be. So I enjoy it. It gives me pleasure. I enjoy collecting them, and obviously I do enjoy smoking them. So that's it. So thanks for watching. If you lasted this long, appreciate it. And maybe in the next couple of months I'll do another update. Maybe it'll be another humidor. Who knows? We'll see. All right, thanks YouTube.